Welcome to Ag Matters, covering positive agriculture stories from across Alaska on Big Cabbage Radio.
Hello, everybody. This is Ken Hoffman. You're listening to Ag Matters. I'm a farmer out here in Palmer. My business's name is Matsu Microgreens. We grow gourmet vegetables and baby veg year-round. And I'm also the executive director of the Matsu Farm Bureau. If you want to join the Farm Bureau, you can email me directly at matsufarmbureau@gmail.com. And if you guys have anything fun to share, if you want to talk about your farm or your gardening or anything, you can email me and we'll try to get you on the show on Ag Matters. So thank you, everybody. Today's special, we have somebody in the studio with me. We have Chanel Pratt. Hi, Chanel. How are you doing?
Hi, Ken. I'm so glad to be here.
Cool. Alrighty. So tell us about Pratt Family Farm. What do you guys do, and how did you and Mark get into livestock and agriculture?
Oh, gosh. How much time do you have, Ken? Okay.
20 minutes.
Oh, okay. So we bought our property out in the Butte, and we bought it in 2016. And Mark and I both grew up in an agricultural world in northern Utah. So it's been in our blood. And I don't know, really, I thought, we're going to have this cute little hobby farm with one or two animals. And Mark had different ideas. And it grew from there. He's going to say I misquoted this, but I think we're at about 30 head of sheep. So
Wow.
We primarily raise sheep for ag students, FFA, 4-H students. We raise show lambs. That's what we do. We work really hard at building genetics there. There's not all the genetics in Alaska. So we bring in genetics from outside, and we've worked really hard at increasing our genetics and our show lambs and the quality, and we really are proud to offer them to ag students here in the valley.
Okay, so I am not a livestock guy.
Mm-hmm.
Unpack that when you talk about genetics. What does that mean when you're bringing in genetics and the genetics
yeah.
are not here in Alaska? What exactly is that?
Well, when you raise show lambs, you want a certain quality, right? A certain build. They're built for meat. That's what they're built for. And so you can have baby lambs all day long, but the only way you can increase the quality of them is by increasing the mom and dad, I guess.
Okay, so it's like dog breeding.
So it's artificial insemination is what it is. So we bring up the dad part.
Yep.
And we put it with the moms, birds and
go.
bees, and we work really hard. And so then our goal is to then those babies we can breed and increase our herd that way. So I think we're one of the few in the valley who are really going that direction.
Okay, so you have 30-ish sheep.
Mm-hmm.
How many of them are breeding? And I'm assuming you don't have any boy breeders.
We do because from the artificial insemination, we had rams.
Oh.
And so then we can breed those 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
And then we're like, okay, it's time to do it again. But we probably have 8, 9, 12 breeding ewes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. And then how many baby sheep do you get every springtime?
How many lambs?
There you go.
How many lambs? Let's get you right here. 13, 15, sometimes years are hard, 9, but we do our best. There's definitely not enough for the need in the valley.
Yeah. So how many do you guys keep for your daughters? And then how many do you sell off to other FFA kids?
As we sell off as many as we can. So both of my girls keep about 2 a year, I think. So 4, I have 2 girls. Sophia, who is 13, has kind of gotten out of sheep a little bit. She's more gone into beef. She really likes the beef side of things, the cow side of things. So really it's primarily Isabella who has taken on this love and this continuing our love for what we do with our sheep. But we try and keep 4. We try and keep as little as possible. And then we get rid of all the rest to the ag community. We have a waiting list.
Yeah, I believe it. Okay, so you guys have sheep. Mm-hmm. What other livestock do you guys have?
Well, we have cows. I just bought a little baby calf, and we named him Moofers, and I love him so much.
Yeah.
And he's been in the house a few times. That legitimately happens.
Okay, but is he going to be for food?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Unfortunately, and people find that was weird, but that's what we raise them for. They get names, they get love, they get cared for.
One bad day.
Yep.
The rest of it's great.
The rest of it's great. We have a miniature donkey named Dixie, and I love her, and she has no purpose. She will not be meat.
I was going to ask.
She has no purpose, just love. We have 4 dogs. Yep, we have a lot of dogs.
And they're not for meat.
Well, I don't know. I have St. Bernard. He's pretty big. He could, fill some bellies. But no, that sounds inappropriate, and that is not what will happen with them. So really, it's sheep. Sheep is our primary focus. Yeah.
Any poultry, chickens, turkeys?
We have done turkeys. We have done chickens. We have done it all. The cost of feed, to be honest, in Alaska is a lot, and doesn't make financial sense sometimes to put so much money into chickens. That's kind of where we're at when
$3 for a dozen.
It's so hard.
Of eggs. Yeah. Okay.
People are going to judge me for saying that, but it is what it is.
Yep. Okay. So how many sheep do you guys eat for yourself?
Almost none. Almost none. We've ever done 1 or 2 ever, because that's not our goal.
Yeah, not your goal. So you were talking about the problem with feed, all right, with keeping livestock. How do you guys solve that issue? Where do you guys purchase your feed? Do you grow some of your own hay, your own feed? What do you guys do?
It's a great question. We are lucky enough to have a beautiful property out in the Butte, and we have a brome hayfield, so we grow our own hay. And then we also lease fields around the Butte to also try and help the community and provide what is lacking. So if we had to purchase our hay, I don't know that we could do what we do. We're not forever wealthy, so we both work full-time jobs, and our farm is just a fun part of what we do in our life, but it's a fun way to raise kids. But we raise our own hay. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of fun. And then grain is a big part of what we do. You can't raise quality market meat animals without graining them. Their quality just isn't there. So our local feed stores are amazing. We use Alaska Mill & Feed. Here locally, we use Branded Tack. Branded Tack is such a great supporter. Alaska Hay and Farm Supply.
Okay.
And then Animal Food Warehouse. So we shop all of them, and you kind of have to shop all of them to get everything you need. There is a new feed store coming out in the Butte called Seed and Feed, I think. I'm super excited to check them out. They're not open yet, but they're right down the street for me, so that's going to be awesome.
Yes. Okay, cool. When my dad had livestock, I remember going to Walmart for feed. Is that still a good source of...
That's a source for sure. And they carry a lot of the local feeds. Yeah. And there's times when it's cheaper, and there's times when it's not cheaper. We don't do that as much because we couldn't always get what we needed, and it's important to be able to get what we need.
Yeah. Okay. But I know that this family farm is not your only agricultural endeavor. You guys are also heavily involved in FFA. If you want to tell us a little bit about the alumni that you're a part of, that'd be great.
I would love to, yes. So my husband and I are a team of about 4 or 6 who started Palmer FFA alumni and supporters. So I have 2 teenage girls, 16 and 13. Both of them are in FFA. And we realized very quickly the need for support in the youth ag community. And so what better way to do that is think of it kind of like as a boosters club, right? We put on events for fundraising. We bring our animals into their classrooms. We ear tag. We give vaccines. We've even castrated animals in their ag classrooms. So any way we can support them. So yeah, we were instrumental, I would say, in starting that little plug. We need a lot of help in the community to help this agriculture, youth and ag, I should say, grow. So we do meet the first Monday of every month at 5:30 p.m. at Palmer High School. If you wanted to join in and help the community, all are welcome. But yeah, so we put on an auction for Palmer FFA and Palmer Junior FFA. We bring things into the classroom. What else have we done? We helped build I don't know if you've seen it there at Palmer High. They have a new animal structure outside. Now students can house animals.
Really?
At the high school. Yep, we put that up. We put a new watering system in her greenhouse.
Okay.
So we do what we can. We help send kids to Alaska FFA State Convention, to National Convention. We help them with their official dress and their jackets, and we just support them in any way we can, really.
Okay. Now, do you guys have any part in 4-H? Is that totally different from FFA, or is it just a similar organization?
It's totally different, but it's also similar. FFA is middle school and high school only. And so my kids did start out in FFA, and it was fundamental in them finding their love for agriculture for sure. 4-H is very parent-led, and FFA is student-led. And so it's in the high school. So they're in a classroom. They're learning. My daughter, Isabella, she's 16. She's the chapter secretary at Palmer FFA. This is her second year doing that. And they plan all of their meetings. And it's totally student-led with the support of their ag teacher. And the alumni will help out. They'll ask questions. But there is a difference in that. It's extracurricular versus intracurricular.
Fascinating. Okay. So what are some benefits for having your kids join FFA? What have you noticed? I'm sure there's tons of benefits to joining all the different subjects that you learn, like welding, agriculture. But what have you seen your daughters in particular? How has FFA helped them?
Yes, confidence, definitely. There's a big part of FFA, which is public speaking and things like interviews and community service. And they are out there in the public and they are out there talking about what they do. And so having the confidence to do that, I think both my girls can speak very well out in the public and they're confident in doing so. Also, the friendships that they make, the hard work, man, that work ethic is like no other. Coming from 4-H, which was so wonderful for them, that's very me telling them what to do as a parent and helping them. And now I get to stand back and watch them lead and them make the choices and them take their ag education somewhat in their own hands and choose the direction that they want to go.
Amazing. So FFA, I know it's amazing. Is it also open to homeschool families? I know a lot of people have that question.
That's a great question, actually. That's one of the biggest questions I would say whenever we're at a venue of some sort. It's one of the biggest questions we get. If there is an FFA with that homeschool, for instance, IDEA has, I think it's Midnight Sun FFA. So if the school has an FFA, homeschool or not, and you are enrolled in that school, that is the FFA that you need to become a part of. Does that make sense?
Is it called a chapter?
It's called a chapter. Yes, it is called a chapter. Alaska is a little bit different from what I understand. Outside in the lower 48, this is not a thing, but in Alaska it is. You can enroll in different chapters if you're not associated with that. I don't know that every school allows that. It's kind of up to their own advisor, but I know, shout out to Mrs. Henderson at Palmer High. She loves outside students joining. It doesn't mean they'll be in the classroom, but they are able to come to all the events and be a part of it in any other way.
Okay. So Palmer FFA alumni is your main chapter, the Palmer chapter, the Palmer High School?
Palmer and junior high is what we support. Yep, doesn't mean we don't support Palmer as a whole, Alaska FFA, all of it, but Palmer and junior FFA are the two chapters that we support.
Okay. Do the other chapters, do you know if the other chapters have other booster clubs?
I believe we are the only alumni supporters group in Alaska.
Wow. Okay.
Yep. There was one in like Fairbanks or Delta that has been dormant from what I understand. I could be misspoken, but from what I understand for years. So we are the only one.
Okay. So what's a great way for parents to get involved with this supporter group?
Okay, yeah. So I would say we have a Facebook page, Palmer FFA Alumni and Supporters. Also, like I mentioned, first Monday of every month, Palmer High School, downstairs, kind of near the theater in the high school itself is where we meet at 5:30. Come join us. Come ask questions. I'm not going to say my phone number here. That just doesn't feel right.
Sounds good. But you guys do have social media? I know you're really great at social media. I love watching all of your reels and whatever. Do you take charge of the alumni group social media as well?
I do, and I fail at it because I tend to do my own more than I do theirs. But yes, I do the alumni and supporters page. I'll be better at it now. You hit a nerve now.
I'm really bad at it. No judgment here. You're way better than me. Way better. Okay, so for the last bit of this show, I want to talk a little bit about what you and Mark do with your day jobs. I know Mark has an agriculture sort of job. Would you mind telling us a little bit about what he does?
Yes, he works for the USDA Department of Agriculture under APHIS, Animal Plant Health and Safety.
Yeah.
Got it wrong. So he's a wildlife biologist, and that's what he does for his day job. He protects the state.
From like rats?
Yes,
Yeah.
from bad animals. No, they keep animals off the runways. They keep birds. They keep bears. They keep moose off the runway statewide. They do animal eradication. They do all sorts of other things. I couldn't even tell you, but yes, that is what he does.
He is one of my favorite people. He is on the Matsu chapter board, as you know, and he is one of my favorite board members. He is so helpful. He's so skilled. He's so friendly to everybody. I love Mark. Love him.
Everybody loves him, and he has a servant's heart. That is for sure. That is 100% what he's all about.
And he told me stories of him traveling the world and building churches. It's amazing.
Yes, he actually leaves in October to go to Kyrgyzstan again. Again, on another missions trip out there. Yes.
That is super cool. And then, do you want to talk a little about ChangePoint? Because I know you're heavily involved.
Yes, I am the campus administrator at ChangePoint Matsu out here in the Valley. So we are one church in many locations. We have campuses around the state, and I work for them. I love it. I have never loved a place that I work so much and the people that I work with. We're just a church who loves Jesus. What we say is we are for the Valley. We are out here being for our community, for people. For is more than against, right? It's the agendaless commitment to the flourishing of others, and that is our overall goal. And I think Mark and I carry that into our personal lives as well, as much as we can. That's where his servant's heart comes from. And so it's been really great to be part of such a great community and such a great church that loves that. Yes, we love ChangePoint. I don't want to get too churchy on you, but we are believers, and we want to be for the community and for people as much as we can.
Yeah, and I can see that in your guys' work ethic. I mean, you guys just work so much. You guys get so much done. You help so many kids with the FFA alumni group. It's amazing. I see you guys at the state fair like every day. And then you guys even have a ChangePoint service at the fair?
We do it. We do a service at the fair every single year. We love it. It's the best. Our goal is, I don't know if they're going to let us do this, but we want to do it every Sunday at the fair next year.
Oh, okay.
We've put in the request.
Susie
it
Crosby.
hasn't.
Yeah.
I was like, Susie, can we? I don't know yet. But that's our goal for sure. But yeah, we do this thing every year. ChangePoint does this thing called Impact Alaska, where we close down church for the day and we go out and serve the community. In fact, our church painted the pavilion across the road one year. We help single moms, or we do street cleanups. We build things, whatever it is. And so it's all about being for the community, which I do. Again, I think that carries over into our farm life and our personal life. And our goal is to teach our children about that. Things in ag should not be proprietary. Yeah. The goal is to help uplift people and teach them. Where else in Alaska can you get education? There isn't a lot of opportunities. So you got to be for people along the way and support them.
Yeah. Stewarding the land, it's in our DNA.
Yes.
It was our first job.
Yes.
So that's good. So thank you so much, Chanel, for coming on the show. This has been my favorite interview. I love the Pratt family. Everybody should know the Pratt family. I loved it when your daughter came in here maybe a month ago talking about her FFA project. So this is great. Thank you so much. And thank you, everybody. Do you have any last words for the listeners?
No, thank you to Big Cabbage Radio and to Ken. You're one of our favorite. Hey, go buy his microgreens, especially the popcorn one. You need to have that out in the public if you don't, because it's my favorite. He's the best. Buy his microgreens.
Hey, thank you. And thank you, everybody, for listening to Ag Matters. Goodbye, everybody.
You've been listening to Ag Matters, covering positive agriculture stories from across Alaska on Big Cabbage Radio. Ag Matters is a production of Radio Free Palmer, recorded at our studios in Palmer, Alaska. For more information about this program, email manager@radiofreepalmer.org.